EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season between the Portland Lumberjacks taking on the New Orleans Saints. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. Right to the air is Carr. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
In his seventh season now, here's Alvin Kamara. And he's able to get up here to the 26. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
On second down, Kamara. There he goes, right side. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 46 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. We've seen that before. Jeffrey Simmons making a stop behind the line. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. They run off tackle right with Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
At the 29-yard line.
Again, it's Henry. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. That's caught. Left side, it's Burks. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Play action now. Levis. He finds his man. Complete. That's Phillips. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
First down,
Levis now on 1st and 10. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown! Derrick Henry. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Lumberjacks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Carr. Under pressure, and down he goes. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
White Monday down. 6-18.
Now Carr. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
That's good.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Carr now on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
What now?
Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
A give to Kamara running right. Past the 20. 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Through one corner, 14-7 our score. From the 25, here's a 2nd down and 9. Off the play fake, Levis. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Levis on 3rd down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Kill.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Kamara trying the right side. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz to try to end the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Out out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the out. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Monday, down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 139 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. A 10th carry for Kamara. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out of the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Now they'll toss it out right to Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone.
White. 7:34.
Now Carr. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
The kick by Lutz is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And some space here. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A first down carry for Henry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Here's Levis. And Levis tosses his 3rd interception of the game. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 56 yards. And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Levis out of the gun on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
White down. Hey, 734. Express.
In motion goes the tight end.
Yes, sir.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Going up top. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Gets this complete to Shaheed. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Raider 93. 93.
On play action, it's Carr. And this one is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
Raider 9. White Monday down. White down.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On 1st down, Carr. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And now at this point in the first half, you got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
Half football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Now Levis.
He dumps it off for Henry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
A second down throw from Levis. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll kick it away for the second time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
29.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Harold Landry in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Carr, he wants to change up the look here.
On third down, here's Kamara. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And taken at the 46. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
First and 10, it's Levis.
Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins.
He's into space past the 25.
Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins, 45 yards.
And the Lumberjacks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 161 yards rushing for him now here in Week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that.
Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Express.
Shotgun now for Carr. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Not just a cover guy, Roger McCreary getting back behind the line of scrimmage on that play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
White Monday down. Right down. That's up.
Again, it's Kamara. And he won't get back to the line of scrimmage this time either as they stop him behind the line once more. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. They'll turn to Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Levis on 3rd and 1. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And quickly they get to the line. They'll throw it again with Levis. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Levis sets up to throw here. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. 3rd and short. It's Levis. He completes it to Henry. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. On 1st down, Levis. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fall.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Quick throw to Olave. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Carr completes it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Carr. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary, partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Here comes the Saints punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Give him 11 yards that time on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting to...
That's caught inside the 20. He may go. And touchdown.
Michael Pittman.
68 yards.
And the Lumberjacks get a bit closer.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that'll make this a 19-point game.
Next to score, Saints 47, Lumberjacks 28.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Carr going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 45-yard punt for there on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
Now here's Levis now on 3rd and long.
Under pressure, they got him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Saints, that'll be a